Hello friends, welcome to this course, and today we will start a new unit, that is unit 3rd. This is first lecture on this. In this unit 3rd we have this syllabus that is consists of embankment dams and gravity dams. Today we talk about the gravity dams and various forces acting on a gravity dam. Okay, and then there is stability requirements we'll discuss in coming lectures. Okay, so this is the schematic diagram of a gravity dam, a typical cross section of a gravity dam. It is consist of, in present and it is consist of concrete, drainage gallery. This is slanting face, this is vertical face, this is known as hill, this is known as toe. Okay, and this is crest, this is maximum water level, it is upstream face. Okay, this way, this is the typical cross section of a gravity dam. So this is definition of a gravity dam. You can read it yourself. Okay. Now we talk about the various forces. There are 7 types of forces acting on a gravity dam. Water pressure, naturally. Uplift pressure. Uplift pressure will act here due to the water due to the water seepays. Okay. Then pressure due to earthquake forces. It is depends on the earthquake. Silt pressure. The silt deposited here at the bed of the upstream side of the dam also causes one pressure, that is silt pressure. Okay. Wave pressure, naturally due to the waves of the water. Ice pressure. This happens only in cold areas where the ice forms. Ice creates some certain pressure. We will also talk about this also. Then the stabilizing force of the weight of the dam itself. The main force that stabilizes all the forces or resist all the acting forces is this weight of the dam. Okay. So let's talk about one by one about the various forces. This is water pressure. You can go through the definition. Water pressure, we know that it is equivalent to gamma h. Okay, this is the pressure diagram of this water pressure. If water is containing here, it will exert a pressure in trapezoidal shape. At bottom it exerts more pressure, at top it exerts less pressure. This is equivalent to gamma h. We just calculate the area of this pressure diagram and we will get the total pressure. Mind it, this is for unit length of the dam. Okay, everything is for unit length of the dam. So this is the formula, pH half gamma h square. It will act at the location of h by 3. Okay, this is simple. Okay, and tailwater also causes the pressure. So this is tailwater pressure diagram at the downstream side. Then the uplift pressure. What is uplift pressure? How you calculate the uplift pressure? It is more or less same as the water pressure. It is a type of water pressure only, but it is under the soil. Water entrapped by the soil causes this pressure. Okay, so this the same head causing the flow. This gamma h, this h is upstream side, and this phase it is linearly decreases to this gamma h prime is tailwater depth. So the area of this pressure diagram will give us total weight. Now if there is a drainage gallery in the dam, then it will reduce the seepage pressure, reduce the uplift pressure. So how much it reduce? It is given by the code. It is definite fixed formula that if drainage gallery is provided, the pressure will be calculated by this formula, gamma h prime, this portion plus 1/3 of this gamma h, 1/3 of this gamma h plus this 1/3 of this value will add in this pressure. Okay, you just remember this formula and you will get this. This is about the earthquake forces. It is very advanced topic, so we will not talk about much in this, but you can pause your video and you can read it. Then you can get the alpha acceleration due to horizontal acceleration and vertical acceleration, etc. Okay, then we will talk about the you just pause your videos and you can stop here. Okay, earthquake forces. Then fourth is silt pressure. How you calculate the silt pressure? You can calculate the silt pressure by using this formula. directly. This is the coefficient, how you calculate this, like this. Okay, so in this way you can calculate the forces acting on the. After that, wave pressure. This is the wave pressure. You just pause the video and read it yourself and easily calculate the pressure, wave pressure. Okay, and then last, weight of the dam. Weight of the dam is nothing but the volume contained by the dam multiplied by the density of the concrete. We assume it as 24 km per meter cube. Okay, okay, thank you. On next turn, in next let's talk about the modes of various failures also. These are the various modes of failures: overturning by crushing or by developing tension or shear failure. Okay, let's talk about this. Compression failure, direct stress plus bending stress. Very simple formula and this. Okay, this will be clear in a numerical problem also. We'll do one numerical, then we will be very clear about the various, how to calculate the various forces and various calculations, and how to check the stability criteria, all these things. Okay, so I stop here, and in next coming lecture I will try to solve this numerical for you. Okay, thank you.